Good day, and thank you for watching. I am Mr. Kellan, and this is Dark Souls playthrough. I'm picking up from exactly where we left off last time. My character has different armor and a different weapon. I only leveled up my character 2 levels more. And with the weapons that I got when I was farming for this armor, I decided to change my character's build from a Strength Faith build to a Dex Faith build. Now from this area is we're going to go down and meet and talk with Andre. Actually, I already talked with him before because I leveled up my weapons and my armor a little bit. This is Andre. He is the first blacksmith you will run into. He is one of the most useful he's one of the most useful NPCs in the game. He's really the only smith I ever use, except for the giant blacksmith in Orlando. I use him.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
With Andre, he sells in his items, and the key item is the Crest of Artorias. He sells the repair box, the weapon smithing box, and the armor smithing box. I already bought the repair, armor, and weapon boxes. He also sells some different items. I'll definitely need to buy some shields, arrows. I usually buy around max arrows with the wooden arrows because it's less than 3,000. And then now off.
Get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Instead of going up to the bonfire, we're going to go down. You will see a giant demon. This is called a Titanite demon. You can take him out if you have a bow or magic. You can go melee, but he's really strong right now. He'll just pretty much keep spamming his lightning shot at you. You can run past him easily. Just stay near a wall and run past him. Once we're out here, you don't have to worry about him. But you do have to worry about these tree guys coming up here. The reason why we're coming down here is so I can pick up the longbow, just so I can complete my character. There's going to be another ent guy right here, tree guy. He's usually on a cliff around this area. The tree guys are pretty harmless. They just whip you with their arms, but the one attack that is dangerous is when they come up close, raise their arms up high, and they grab you. That can pretty much kill you if you don't escape it quick enough. Okay, the water right here is you will come over here, stay to the right, and then you will see the ledge ends, and then you will see a small little path. We're going to take this path all the way down. Now, you can see from here is you can see a little light over there. That little light is another crystal, not the bottom one, but the top one is a crystal lizard. So prepare to take the guy out so you can get some more items from him. I usually two-hand because it gives most of the time vertical attacks. And he's down, and I got some items. Okay, right here at this little dip, you can drop off. I just do it because it's quicker. And if you go to the left, once you fall off, you can see that light. It gives you the leather armor set, a longbow, and some arrows. Now we're going to equip it. And when you equip a bow, make sure you equip arrows too. I usually put the arrows or the bolts on the right side, because when you equip it, the arrows do not show. But if you put it on the right side or the left side, look, there's arrows. I don't like the arrow look that much, so I just put it on the right side so you can't see it. It's a thing that most people don't know. I've never seen anybody ever talk about it, so if you ever hear it anywhere else, I'm the first one to say that if you put your items on the right side, arrows or bolts, you cannot see them on your character. If someone else said it before, then they said it before me, but I have not heard anyone else say it before. So, I'm the first. Okay, we'll be taking on a Black Knight once you come down here. Black Knights are pretty easy. They are non-respawnable characters. They are really strong, high life, high level character at this point of the game. They're easy to take out because their recovery on some of their moves are really long. And you can get easy backstabs on them. As with this guy, I'm just going to show you. Some people usually backstab them off a cliff, but, well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. If you can parry this guy, go for it. But I cannot parry the halberd Black Knights. Pretty much all the other Black Knights, the sword, the great sword, the axe I can parry, but not the halberd. I just don't have his timing down. I'm going to try not to die on this guy. And a tip about backstabbing is if you're ever going to backstab a character, go to the right side. Spin around them from the left, and that'll be on their right hand side, because you can get a backstab a lot easier when you do that from their right hand side. This is the Grass Crest Shield. What it does is it gives you a special ability. It allows you to recover your stamina quicker. A lot of people use it as a really good item, especially when you're fighting bosses or hard enemies, PvP, and many different things. But I usually use the heater shield all the time, so that's what I will be using. Down here is an elevator that leads you to the Valley of the Drakes. We're not going to go there right now because I have a lot of humanity and souls, and I don't want to lose them. And the item that I got from the Black Knight, you saw that I got the blue Titanite chunk. That works really well with magic, or when you are smithing your weapon and you want to bring it to the magic tree, that's the item you use. Magic and enchanted. Twinkling Titanite is used for special items, special weapons and special armor that cannot be upgraded with any other thing but Twinkling Titanite. Titanite shards, large Titanite shards, and all the other ones are used for lightning and normal. And that is what I use the most, is normal. Since we are down here in this area, we're going to meet Havel. If you have the Master Key, you can easily go down here and take him out. Or at least go to his door. He is a really tough character with a lot of life. Havel has the armor of Havel, which is one of the strongest armor in the games and has the highest poise for any armor in the game. He has a Havel shield, which is a really heavy shield, and its special ability gives you an aura of rock, which makes enemies' weapons bounce off of you, gives you higher defense, higher poise, and he has a weapon called the Dragon Tooth, which is just a really strong great hammer. Okay, I usually stand back here, wait here for a minute, and then that's Havel right there. Now I'm going to be running through. Hopefully I don't get killed by him. Make sure you run through or he takes you out. Here, you can see how his hammer is. I don't know if my shield can block a hit from him, so I'm not even going to risk it. But he's really easy if you parry or backstab. You can just go around him or just parry him. I like to parry a lot, so that's what I'm going to do on him. With parrying is our LB button. I usually just hold the LB button as my shield, and you can press the LT button so you can parry while you have the shield up. It helps prevent damage taken. So if you're a bit too slow at parrying, hey, your shield will take it and you won't take the damage. But if you're a bit too fast at parrying, you'll take partial parry damage, which is pretty much half damage or something. So just pretty much always have your shield up when you're parrying. Hopefully I don't die on this. This would be kind of embarrassing if I do. With parrying, one of the best ways to learn it is watch their movements, and as their arms and weapon is coming towards you, that's when you want to press the parry button so you can hit their parry. If you hit it before their arms are coming towards you, or as they're winding up, you're going to miss. It has to be while their arm and the weapon is coming towards you. Or I should say, weapon and arm are coming towards you. That sounds a bit more proper. That's partial parry damage. I was a bit too slow at it, and it dealt some damage to me, but I was able to survive. I would not want to get hit by this. This is pretty much a one-hit kill for me. And hopefully he's dead right now. This guy is pretty much how I learned how to parry. You can take him out if after a swing, if you have your shield up after a swing, you can go around and backstab him. And you get the Havel's Ring for beating him. Oh. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield companion. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader and to carry a heavier load. This ring will increase your load capacity by, I believe, 33% or 40%. I'm not sure, but the wiki will tell you more correct than I can tell you right now. I like the ring for a little bit of the game, especially when I'm carrying more stuff, but most of the time, I don't mess with it. And I believe I'm light enough where I have a light roll. Actually, I think I do have the light roll. Now that works out. And after you come in, you just run back, and then you run up the ramp that you see. And just keep going up. Once you get up to the top, stay to the right. Because there's random slip points on here that you'll just fall and die. So stay to the right. Or at least stay near the wall. Now we're going to go back to the bonfire near Andre the blacksmith. That move that you just saw that tree guy do, where he had his arms up and tried to come down on me, that is a grab which will pretty much kill you. Now the demon again is pretty much wait till he turns around and start firing the lightning at you. That is the best time to run past him, because he'll just spam the lightning. If not, there's a chance that he will strike at you. And his physical strikes are pretty strong and probably will kill you. We're not going to take him out yet. We're going to take him out in a bit. since I have enough souls, I'm just going to level up. As I said, my character is going to be Faith and in Dex. 16, that's 14. Alright. The reason I have 16 strength is so I can carry the Black Knight shield. That will be very useful when at the end of the game when we're fighting the last boss, Gwyn. That's a spoiler, I probably shouldn't have said that, but... And there's another shield that I get, is called the Eagle Tower Shield. That is a great shield which is pretty heavy, and it's a great shield that has a lot of stability. We're going to use that on certain fights. The sword that's my items. Is I have the Boulder Side Sword, I have the Standard Helmet, Boulder Armor +3, and the Hollow Soldier Waistcoat. And all my weight is 22.2 pounds, or unit weight. Alright, once you take those 3 guys out, don't go in here yet. Actually, yeah, you can go in there. Watch out because on the right side there's going to be a Baron... It's Baronike or Baronique Knight. People say both different ways. It's this big guy over here. I call them Baronique Knights. Some people call it Baronike other ways, but hey, they haven't said exactly what it's called, so nobody can really say, oh, I'm righter than you. This guy looks big, intimidating every time he strikes, shakes the ground, has a giant shield, looks scary as hell. But the guy has kind of a short recovery, enough time where he can get 1 strike in. And he has 4 different kinds of attack. He has one overhead where it's a long charge, where he hits the ground. He has a one where it's a quick charge, where he can hit the ground twice. And then has a swipe, where he can swipe you once and then swipe back again. And then a shield check. Shield bash. His life is not terribly high, so you can take him out pretty easily. I think he has about 400 or 500 health at most. He drops some shards, but most of the time, well, he can drop all the sets of his armor, Great Sword, and the Great Shield. I mean, Great Axe, and the Tower Shield, but most of the time he just drops shards. After you kill him, back in the area where he was, you'll find this soul here. It is a Firekeeper soul. This item is a great soul. You can boost up your Estus Flask where it heals more per charge. Before you go anywhere else, once you go there, take a right and then go here. This is an elevator. We're going to take the elevator all the way down, and this is a shortcut to the beginning of pretty much the beginning of the game, the Firelink Shrine. That ledge that looks like you can jump off or walk on, you can jump off and walk on it. That gives you access to the Giant Crow. I'll show you what I'm talking about once I get over here. I should have probably... I'll just show you once I get there. Gonna rest here to get some Estus Flasks. At least 10. Then go back down the stairs and go to the Firekeeper that we met before. And we're going to talk to her. She can't talk, but she can reinforce her Estus Flask still. And then my Estus Flask becomes Estus Flask +1. It will recover more life per charge, so it makes him just better overall. I'm not going to talk to the Crestfallen Warrior. I've already talked to him enough in previous playthroughs, so I have no need to really mess with him. And while we're down here, and since we have the elevator open, I'm going to show you what's up here. Once it starts going, start running. If you're on the right side, if on the left side, you're just going to have to roll off and hit this side because there's a big hole. Once we're up here, stay to the wall, and then you'll see an opening. And if you look down, hey, there's a way I can get across. Stand in front and do a roll. Most of the time you will make it. Once in a blue moon you'll miss. And just run up here. Stay near the wall, run up here. And that's the crow I'm talking about, that big old crow. Let's take a better look at it. That's the crow. And then up here, if you follow the stairs up, you can see the crow's nest. If you go in the crow's nest, it will bring you all the way back to the asylum. We're not going to mess with the asylum right now. We're just going to go back to the undead parish. Make sure you pick up that key that I picked up, because that is what you need to get an item in the asylum. The key that we picked up is the Undead Asylum Floor 2 West Key. Yep. If you're playing with me, then you can read it too. I am having up so you can read it yourself. Now once you come through here, is go back to the Firekeeper Soul where it was. Switch to the bow. Stand far back as you can, and then bring up your bow where you can actually zoom up. We're going to take this guy here, is called a Body Snatcher. This guy's a magic user that shoots soul arrows at you, and he also will cast a spell that will make all his allies stronger. We're trying to get a headshot on him because it'll keep him in a little stun lock. Oh crap, he found me. Hopefully I can hit him now. That's the stun lock I'm talking about. It just pretty much wait till he's about to recover and then shoot another arrow so it can keep him in the lock. It's not dealing too much damage, but if we just keep him in here, he'll be dead in seconds. And I believe this will be the last one. And yep, he's dead. And how you know you get a headshot with an arrow is that geyser of blood that comes out from his face. Alright, then go back to the area with the elevators and then go up the stairs. There's going to be a Balder side or a Balder knight up here. It's a rapier one, so watch out. Usually his first hits will miss you, and I use that to my advantage so I can actually hit him. And that's when he parries you. That's how his parry animation looks. Is when you have his sword up facing you, like keeping distance away, that is when he's going to parry you. Now up here is, if you kill the Body Snatcher, is you don't have to worry about him shooting soul arrows at you and the enemies being buffed. But wait outside the door, wait to aggro at least one enemy, so all of them will start coming towards you. And then just pretty much kill them as time, and just kill them all. The reason why I didn't go with my original build that I was planning to with Strength, it's not because Dex is better, it's because I got the Balder side sword. I usually don't get the side sword. I usually just get a shield or something else, so I don't go with it. I'll go with Strength or another weapon. But this early in the game I got this Dex weapon, so I'm just going to go with it. I was actually planning to make this PvP character where his main weapon, or her main weapon, was the Iron Golem's axe, which is actually a really, really good PvP weapon. Okay, once you break through that door and then come up here, this is the Night Lautrec. Lautrec is, the first time I saw him, I'm like, hey, why not helping you?
Thank you. Yes, sincerely.
To open up his gate, if you have the master key, you're fine, but if you don't, is that mystery key that we got last episode, that is what you will be using to open up.
I can get back to work.
He sounds evil, sounds crazy. He is evil. He is crazy. Some people would say that. Just talk to him till you get that last bit, and then go to the right instead of the left. Just roll through this stuff, and then go to that body. There's going to be a humanity in there. Since we got that humanity, we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine so we can talk with him again, get our reward, and after that we will be able to summon him in a fight. We're going to be fighting the... Oh, now what is it? The Bell Gargoyles, whatever they're called. The reason I'm summoning them is not because I need help. It is because I am showing you how to summon them. And they are very useful in a fight. And watch out, you can run off of this, off the side at any time. I'll show you. You can just run off of it. So watch out when you're playing up there. Or pretty much just don't play when you're on those elevators. Because I fall into my death a few times and then I learned my lesson. And then you're back in the area with the treasure chest, and then you're going to go to the skeletons again. You may be strong enough to take them out, but I'm not going to risk it right now. Then back to the fireplace, and then now you've probably gotten at least one humanity, or you have humanity in your items. But since is with humanity, this is what people call it is. This humanity, this is called hard humanity. Like a hard copy of some documents, that means you actually have a physical copy of documents, paper. This is a physical humanity that you have. Soft humanity is what is in your counter. You really don't have it, it's just there. It's pretty much like hardware and software. Hardware is actual physical stuff, the master or the motherboard, the circuits, everything. The software is just code. And that's pretty much what it is. And there's another player right there. Now we're going to sit here at this bonfire and we're going to reverse hollowing, which will turn your character human again. And then poofy, I'm human. And now let's go. Actually, I'm going to end the episode here, and then we're going to pick it up again from right here, and we're going to be taking out the Bell Gargoyles. Thank you for watching.